Hello everybody and welcome back for another episode of My Chaotic Budget. My name is Sandra and on this channel we do all things budget related as it pertains to mine and my husband's paychecks. And in this episode, we are going to finally get to do our monthly setup for the month of July. I'm so excited. Yes, so if you need to get your budget set up for July, go ahead and join me, grab a cup of coffee or your favorite drink, and let's get this done. When I am doing my monthly setup, this is what I like to follow. I like to first do a budget calendar, which includes my bills, paydays, events, and then I'll decorate it. And then the next thing I do is the productivity page in my Erin Condren 7x9 life planner. That's what I'm using, and you will see that in just a little bit. So I need to work on the productivity page, which will include paydays, events, monthly closeout, to-do list, and content information. So since I need to keep track of my content that I'm creating here on this channel, I have a little section for that too. Then I need to do paycheck closeouts on that one notes page that's there. I need to create the chart that is for the paychecks and then notes. So I need to make sure that I create that today as well. Then I'm going to work on weekly spread number 1 for now, because of course I just want to do 1 week at a time. If I feel like the following week is going to be super busy, then I'll do 2 spreads. But for right now, I only want to do 1 weekly spread. So that'll be the first one. And then I need to print out my questions or get the section ready for the reflections page, which will happen at the end of the month. So yes, I'm excited. I'm excited to finally work on this. I got my stickers in from Life in Envelopes. I purchased them recently and I need to, of course, pay myself back for that and take it out of my personal spending. So I will be able to use my sticker labels for bills, sinking funds, cash withdrawals, etc. I will be able to do that, and I'm going to be super happy because I finally get to use them. Yay! I'm also going to be using some old washi tape that I have. I haven't bought any new washi tape, which is a good thing because, as you know, when you want to decorate, it can be quite pricey, especially if you only want to do one particular theme. And I'm like, no, honey, we're just going to go ahead and use what we have, because I spent money on the sticker sheets. So you'll see here, I also got month labels. I got 2 sets because I'm not sure how I want to use them yet, but I want to make sure that I have enough just in case. And then over here are my stickers. So yellow is going to be for bills. And then I got 2 of those so it can last me for a while. Oh, actually 3. I got 3. That's right. And then I got orange. This is going to be for the sinking funds. This will be for debt snowballs. This will be for cash withdrawals. So I'm going to make sure that I mark that on there too. So I think I got only 2 of those. And then I already had some stickers. I had purple for groceries. I have pink for dining out, blue for gas, and green for spending. So I'm going to use these for the weekly closeout or paycheck closeout. I don't know how I want to do that just yet. I'm still working on it, but I do want to use these to kind of keep track of what we spend paycheck to paycheck in those accounts. So that's what I'm going to do. And since I do the highlighter method where I color coordinate in my budget certain categories, I'm going to go ahead and correlate those to the stickers that I use. So a lot of stuff to get done. Like I said, make sure you have a coffee, make sure you have your favorite drink with you because it's going to be quite long. I will speed you through the process. We'll have some music playing in the background just to kind of get some vibes going on. And like I said, if you need to get yours set up as well, go ahead and join me. Oh, and I will need this page for the bills because I have all of the bills listed here, and then I can put them into my calendar. Let me go ahead and remove it. I do house my budget planner inside my Moterm cover. Oh, I love this cover so much. I bought it on Amazon. It is for the classic Happy Planner, but It houses quite a bit in here, so I use this to house my budget planner, which is, of course, like I said, an Erin Condren 7x9 vertical life planner. This is what we're using. I do have it set up a slightly different than the way that it's anticipated to use, but I'm okay with that. I think I do need to get rid of these pages. I may just end up getting rid of all of these. I don't think I'm going to need them, and I didn't use them, so I might just take them out later on and get rid of them. This page, I'm not sure what I want to do with it yet. I'm thinking about putting stickers that I get throughout the month. If I get any from, like, let's say Dutch Brothers, or I get them from any particular place that I feel like I want to showcase for that month, I'll go ahead and I'll put them. But for right now, it's time to get started. All right, so we have just finished putting on our stickers with our bills in yellow, our savings, cash withdrawals, and sinking funds in orange, and our pay date dots. There are a couple of events that I do need to put on here, but I'm going to wait just a little bit to put those on because I'd like to get started with the decor. The things that are coming up, actually, you know what, I can go ahead and I can do this now, because I think I'm gonna just use these little stickers here. So we have 2 birthdays in the month of July, but one of them we don't quite celebrate anymore because it's my mother's birthday, so it's a birthday in heaven. But I do always want to recognize when it is her birthday, so I can put it on here. My husband's birthday is coming up, so I've already kind of purchased his birthday present, and I do have a sinking funds for birthdays, so that's what I'm using. And let me see what else. Oh, and then I go back to work. Oof. Ugh. But you know what? I'm happy to have a job. I'm very happy and blessed to have a job. So I won't complain too much. I will just make sure that I am ready for that day. The design that I'd like to use is this one right here. So I'm going to use this to decorate the top of our month, so that way we can have a little bit of design. I know we have 4th of July coming up, so I do need to put in a little decorative sticker for that, but I don't need to worry about anything too fancy. I just want to make sure that I make a note of it, because this is not where I keep my personal information on here. I do have a separate planner for that, but I do want to make sure that I at least mark that I am going back to work, so that way I can plan accordingly when it comes to my content. And I just want to make sure that I have a sticker that kind of says what is happening, because my mind is going to start to run at 1,000 miles per hour. And I know I'm going to have to be prepared but I'm going to start getting prepared for it before that. So we should be good. All right. Okay. So let's go to our little checklist and see what it is that we got to do. So we just need to decor here. So we're going to put a little bit of decor, and then we need to move on to the productivity page, which is right here. And then I'll go ahead and I'll get started on that. But this is looking really good. This is looking amazing. So now let's go ahead and decorate. Okay, I think for now our budget calendar is ready to go. I was looking for a firework sticker, but I didn't have any. And I'm not gonna go and buy a whole stack of stickers just for fireworks. I have done that in the past, and I need to learn my lesson not to do so. Okay, but I am happy because, of course, it is looking good. Even though this wasn't the color scheme I was going for, it looks good. Because I was just like, you know what, I'm just gonna go put some moons up here and see how it goes. And it looks good. I like it, with a little bit of summer vibes over here. And yeah, so something that I noticed too is that this is going to be a 3 paycheck month for my husband, but we aren't really going to feel it until August, I think. If there is like a little bit of a change, it'll be helpful, because I know that we may need it to pay off some other debt that we have that I don't share on here. And that is a family debt that we have, and I think it'll be awesome. This will be great. Okay, well, that's it for the calendar. So now we need to get into the productivity page. And I want to color it. I want to follow the same kind of theme. I want to see, what did I do over here? So over here, I covered up the month right here, and then I put the month in the box. I think I might end up doing that, so that way I can keep the theme going along. All right, so our productivity page has been completed. Of course, I will add in things over here as I see fit. I do want to make sure that I put this one at the very top, budget calendar, and it is done. It is a good feeling when you can cross out one of your to-dos in the process. So that's awesome. We've got our budget calendar done. And the next thing we need to do is we need to create our paycheck closeout page. So we're going to go ahead and do that. We're going to take a visit to the one that we did for June so we can see how we did it. So we put, of course, some washi tape at the top, and then we put paycheck budget closeout, and then we create our box. So since I am putting that we have 4 paychecks for the month of July, I'm going to make sure that I have 4 boxes, and they're going to have to be a little bit tinier, but that's okay. We make the adjustment as we need to. All right, so now our paycheck budget closeout page is done. I'm excited. I'm happy. It came out a little bit crooked, but nothing a little correction tape couldn't fix. It's not perfect, but I like it. I think it's looking pretty good. So let's take a look real quick at what we've completed so far. So we've got our monthly budget calendar. It's looking really nice, looking very good. And then over here we have our productivity page. So this is, of course, making sure that we get things done for the month, of course, as it pertains to our budget and to our content. And over here is our paycheck budget closeouts. And like I mentioned, we will have 4 paychecks this month for the month of July, but the money is more than likely going to be rolled over into the month of August, so that way we can use it towards that. So we won't really see the benefits of the extra paycheck until August, and it'll come in just in time for back to school. All right. Now we just need to get the last thing done, which is our weekly spread. So we're going to decorate this. We're going to see what we're going to do. I'm not sure how I want to do it yet. Let's take a look at how we did it for June. Okay, so we just put a little bit of washi tape up here, and then we colored in the boxes. That looks pretty good. That could be something that I do. Let's look at what else we've done. We've put washi tape inside the boxes, which I like that idea too. But we've constantly covered up this up here. Let me see. What do I want to do? I don't know if I want to cover up this just yet. I do have the weekly closeout over here. Okay, so our weekly spread is done. I think that this looks fine. It needs a little bit more color, but I think as the week passes by, I can start to add things, because really this isn't fully for decoration, but it is so that I can keep track of our expenses. So like in this top section here is supposed to be for expenses, and then I write down what caused any issues that day or how I was feeling, because I am an emotional spender. And so if my emotions go up, I tend to spend more money, and then I can keep track and say, oh, how can I regulate this? How can I make it different? It'll especially change once work starts, but for right now, that's how I'm using this spot. Here is where the expenses will be, and then if there's room, if there isn't a lot of expenses, if there's room, then I'll go ahead and I'll write down things that happened or how I was feeling that day. That's how I did it in June, and I thought it came out pretty good. But you can see how there was a day of like a lot of spending, but I didn't keep track of things because this was backlogged. But here is when I really did start doing it, and then of course I was able to manage how things were. And I think it came out looking really good. And then this bottom section is for content. This section right here is for content. And then I'm keeping track of self-care and self-improvement down here. And that's what these little tracker boxes are going to be for too. So I'm going to write down cooking/meals. So I can keep track of it there. And then I am actually doing a little bit more exercise for myself. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in here as well. So exercise / let's just put self-care. And so I'll keep track of it here in this little habit tracker box, which I feel I need to darken a little bit. So let me go ahead and do that. I don't have the steadiest of hands, but that's okay, especially when I've had 2 cups of coffee. My hand gets really shaky. But that's okay. All right, and that way we can see them and we can make sure we do it. So expenses up here and daily mood, etc. here are things that contributed, actions that contributed to those expenses. Content planning down here, and then cooking meals, self-care, and self-improvement in these bottom boxes. Okay, I need to clean my desk after this. My desk is like a tornado just went through here. And I went ahead and I did it for 2 weeks because I might end up changing how I feel, how I want to decorate it for the following week. And then, of course, once work gets started, I know my emotions are going to start going up, and I'm going to need to make sure that I see how I manage myself on that. The last page that we have here is for reflection, and all I'm going to do is put a little bit of washi tape across the top just to give it some color and to tie it into the month of July, since we're going with this little theme here of the moons, the moon phase. And then that way it can already be ready to go. And that's it. That's all it really is. It's just this little bit of washi tape to help do it. And then I'll just put here end of month reflection. And then that way we can answer our questions that are already pre-printed here on our Post-it, and we just answer them as we go. So that's it. That's it for creating our spread. The next video that I bring in will be, the next videos that I'm planning to make are the June budget closeout, the paycheck budget for paycheck number 2 for July, and a paycheck closeout for the 3rd paycheck of June. So I have a paycheck closeout for June, a June monthly closeout, and then a budget with me for July's 2nd paycheck. All right, we have a lot of things to do. I'm excited. I think this looks really great, and I hope that you guys enjoyed it and were able to get your budget taken care of as well. All right, I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.